Hey, my good people, how are you doing? On my menu today, I have two types of rice balls. I'm going to be making the stuffed modern rice balls and our old school Namungodi. I guess you remember the Namungodi we used to eat when we were in school. So I'm going to start by washing my rice. I'm going to wash it 3 times, rinse it, and then boil it. I'm going to use chicken stock to boil my rice, or you can use beef stock. If you don't have, use water, but why I use the chicken stock to give my rice that good flavor. So I'm not going to use the usual measurements of water. Mine is going to exceed because I want my rice sticky so that I'm able to roll it. Add some salt to your stock and just let it boil till it's ready. Keep monitoring it. We'll be back in a bit. So this is my rice. That color you're seeing is grated carrots. I added in some grated carrots. Or you can add any vegetable to the rice when you're cooking, or you can leave it just plain. So I'm going to divide this rice into 2 because we're going to make the Namungodi and the modern rice balls. So right now these ingredients you're seeing are for the stuffed rice balls. For more details on all the 2 types of rice balls that I'm going to make, just click on that arrow and you'll have a full proper list of the ingredients. So this other rice that you see right now is the one that I'll be using for the Namungodi. So I'm going to clear this and put it aside, then we start with the stuffed rice balls. So at this point, I'm going to add my vegetables. I'm going to add all of the vegetables to the rice, and then I'll mix them to incorporate. But before you mix, if you're using your hands, remember to wash your hands so that they are clean. If you're not using disposable gloves, I prefer using my hands to disposable gloves because it helps me mix them well. And then, but if there's something with color, that's when I use disposable gloves because you don't want your nails to get that color, especially like turmeric that changes the color. So I'm going to mix to see that all the vegetables are incorporated well into the rice. And then after mixing, I'll have a bowl besides me that has water. That water is important because it will help you give your rice balls that round shape so that the rice doesn't stick to your hands. So you keep dipping your fingers into the water and then you roll the ball and get it. What I've put in the middle, that is cheese. If you don't want the cheese, you can exclude it and just roll the balls according to your size. If you want them big, you can make them big. If you want them smaller than mine, you can make them smaller. These balls are nice for even rice parties. So if you're making for like a party, you can make them smaller than this. They look good when you set them on the table. So once we're done rolling all these balls, the next step that we'll go to is coating our balls in flour. Make sure the balls coat well in flour. Then from flour, I'll dredge it through the egg to the egg, and then egg, breadcrumb. Then from the breadcrumb, I'll be ready to deep fry them in hot oil. So I'll deep fry them only for 3 minutes, and our rice balls will be ready. You can set them on a plate and they'll be ready to serve. Let's continue watching the video. These are our stuffed rice balls. They're ready, as you can see. They look yummy. I can't wait to eat. But before I eat, we're going to start making the second type of rice balls. That's the Ugandan Namungodi, our old school rice balls. Let's get started right away. So I'm going to start making our Namungodi, the Ugandan Namungodi, another type of rice bowl. And I'm using cassava flour, put some salt to taste. So I'm going to use water and some milk mixed to get a smooth paste or smooth butter. And then I'll add in turmeric and then mix well. Then once I'm done making my balls, I'll put the balls into this butter and then remove them from the butter and deep fry them. So I'll deep fry them for probably 4 to 5 minutes, but I'll keep changing them in the oil so that they don't burn on one side. So let's continue watching the video. So these are our Ugandan rice balls. We call them Namungodi, and we've come to the end of our video. So I've shown you how I make my stuffed rice balls, which are the modern type, and our old school rice balls, the Namungodi. So that's it from Mo's Kitchen, and I hope you loved watching the video. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. The subscribe button is below the video in red, and once you subscribe, I promise you won't regret ever subscribing to Mo's Kitchen. So that's it till next Wednesday for a new upload. Bye bye.